Well, let's spin it into a real topic here. The Heisman Trophy odds from Circus Sports. Circus Sports.
You're gonna make me say something really mean about Arch Manning.
Yes, I am. But I really want to know where you're spending your $100, right?
Mhm.
You're getting your $100. We're looking at our odds. And the real question is, are you spending your $100? Here's the question. Are you spending your $100 on Ty Simpson at 30-1 or on Ryan Williams at 40-1?
That's tough. Ryan Williams is going to get a lot of targets and touchdowns taken away from him by Jeremy Bernard, Isaiah. I mean, name one of them. I don't. Truthfully, I don't foresee Ty Simpson putting up Heisman level numbers.
I mean, your wife is at home. She needs you to cash this bet. You. I'm sorry, but
I mean, if I'm picking a player that has better odds, I'm going to go with Ryan Williams.
Oh.
I'm going to take Ryan Williams because he already has the national hype going into this season, already poster boy face of college football that plays well on commercials, plays well in getting people to watch your Heisman ceremony, getting people to watch the ads that are associated with your Heisman ceremony, so on and so forth. I'm going to take Ryan Williams here.
All right, so let's look at these odds because those are the two Alabama names on this list. Circus Sports gives us their Heisman Trophy winning odds. Arch Manning leads your odds 5-1. Gus, I'm just going to read you a handful here. Arch Manning 5-1. Garrett Nussmeier number 2. You do not cash that bet. Do not place that bet. Garrett Nussmeier at 8-1. I almost
want him to play well at this point, just to like stick it to you.
I mean, he will against bad opponents, just like he did last year. If the defense of the team is bad, he will play well. If the defense is quality, if the defense shows him any different looks after the snap,
Alabama.
You're bleeped, buddy. I'm sorry. Cade Klubnik 9-1, Drew Aller 12-1, Jeremiah Smith. Here's your first wide receiver 16-1. That might be a winning play right there.
I like that. I do like that.
DJ Lagway at 17-1. I love Lenora Sellers at 19-1. That's
I like that odds wise. I don't think it's happening though, but you might get a good cash out if you put some money on that.
Former Joe Gaither Show guest Julian Sayin is at 20-1 with Ohio State. You got Carson Beck 25-1 with Miami. Bryce Underwood. This is a sucker bet. Do not bet on Bryce Underwood at 28-1. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know you're Michigan fans. Do not do that. He'll be good enough, but they're just trying to steal your money. John Mateer at 30-1. I know Hunter Brantley's already went to the window for that. Ty Simpson, here we go. Yep, Ty Simpson and John Mateer tied at 30-1. You got Sam Levitt, Arizona State, 35-1. Austin Simmons, we talked about him just briefly yesterday, 35-1. Gunnar Stockton, 40-1, right there with Ryan Williams. Who else do we like? Jeremiah Love at 48-1. That's actually probably, if you're picking a running back and you're trying to make some money. That's what is it? It's 48 times 100 is $4,800, right? So that's almost $5,000 for your $100. I think if you're trying to look for some value right there.
That's pretty good.
What is it? Jordan Aguilar? It's Joey Aguilar, right? The Tennessee quarterback. All right, is at 55-1. If you like Jackson Arnold, you can get him at 60-1. Miller Moss.
I do not.
At 60-1 as well for Louisville. Marcel Reed also 60-1. Caden Salter 60-1. Dylan Raiola 65-1.
Patrick Mahomes.
There we go. Nico Iamaleava at 70-1, and then you got a bunch of 100-1. Here's the notables for me: Cam Coleman, Caleb Downs, Haynes King, all at 100-1. You taking Cam Coleman at 100-1?
No, I will not be. I would consider maybe Caleb Downs, I guess, just for the kind of the cash out option, but not even really that seriously.
What Alabama players should be on this list? This is 100-1.
Is there any defensive guys that should be here?
If LT Overton gets himself 18 and a half sacks, maybe.
Sure.
If he converts every single one of those almost sacks into a sack, maybe with a couple forced fumbles.
I mean, I think the only two real options are on there. Now, look, this is, we might see a monster season from Isaiah Horton or something that we are not quite anticipating here, or maybe one of these running backs. But, I think as far as like what we're looking at, Ryan Williams is obviously one of your options to maybe be a Heisman candidate this year, and then you probably got to look at your quarterback. Whoever it may be. Probably Ty Simpson.
So not Jam Miller.
No, unfortunately.
Not Richard Young.
I don't think that any of them do it all themselves enough.
Right. Jeremiah Love, I love that 48-1 Notre Dame, because they're gonna run his legs off.
You remember, just how much Derrick Henry got utilized. It'll look like that. Not, maybe not production wise, but as far as just one
Usage.
after the other. Here's 15 carries in a row from Jeremiah Love. Here we go.
How many can you handle? And we'll give you one more. Whatever your number is, you're taking two more, sir.
That's going to be a fun brand of football to watch at times, but boy, in those slugfest games, that's going to get boring quick. But I'm going to love it. The real football heads will love it.
Mm-hmm. I think if I had to look, we do not endorse gambling irresponsibly on this show. Only gamble if you can afford it, because look, we know money is tight everywhere for everyone. But we just like to play the game here mentally. I think. Let's see. All right, Mason. Now you get the whole field. You got the DM I sent you, so you can see the whole field.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
You're not limited to Ty, and you're not limited to Ryan Williams, so you get the whole field. But your wife needs you to cash the bet, needs you to bring some money home. Give me maybe a 1, 2, 3 of who you like the best, or maybe just a 1, or you just kind of give me an assessment so that you are making your wife happy.
Let's see. We'll go 3, 2, 1 here. Third, give me like we just discussed. Give me Jeremiah Love.
Mm-hmm.
Second. I kind of like John Mateer, just for similarly to, like I have said, the cash out option there. I imagine who puts up decent numbers this year gets pretty deep in the season where it's looking like a candidate, and then you maybe are faced with a semi good cash out option there. And my last one, I'm gonna go Cade Klubnik. And I think it's because I've been swayed by a recent bit of media I've consumed, just talking about how good Clemson's going to be this year. I watched this YouTube video about it. Guy that I watch on YouTube broke it down, and he convinced me. I'm bought in on the Clemson Tigers for this season. I think they're going to be very, very good, and a good Clemson team led by a competent quarterback, which I think Cade Klubnik is. I imagine he's a Heisman finalist at the very least.
I love that. My 3, okay. Lenoris at 19-1. I mean, yes, because I think Lenoris is going to be a finalist, and I think he's going to be the best quarterback in the SEC this year. Sorry, Arch, I love you, but your value is horrific.
It's gotten so ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, yes, cashing in, taking a $500 payout would be great, but I think you can make better value somewhere else. Lenoris is probably number 1 for me. Lenoris 1. Lenoris 1, we're going to go, I'm going to follow you and go with Jeremiah Love 2 at 48-1 as far as trying to cash out some money. Oh, my gosh, don't do it, Joe. Oh, don't do it. And yeah, I'm sorry. No.
Don't tell me you're about to say Drew Aller.
No, absolutely not. I'm flirting the tie with the value. The value is so, like, if I can put $100 and take away $3,000, and all he's got to do is hit the open man. Sure. Efficiency. Because if we think that Lazio Brooks and Cole Adams are good enough, if we think Isaiah Horton and Jeremy Bernard are running people off on the outside, if we think that Ryan Williams is doing all of that and the options are just so abundant, I mean, will it be? I mean, we got the comment yesterday from one of our Facebookers saying why the Mac Jones hate, but Mac was a Heisman Trophy finalist. Was he second or third that year? Doesn't matter, but he was second or third, and it was
a COVID year. I do think that is a massive asterisk.
Okay, all right.
Just a weird year in general, but I mean, you are right.
I feel like I would take a huge risk. Like that would be the biggest. Like I feel safe. Playing Lenore Sellers. I feel like that he's at least going to be. I think all of this caveat is staying healthy. Duh. Sure. But if he stays healthy, I think that he's going to be good enough to have South Carolina in some conversations, and he's going to be in New York. Same with Jeremiah Love. Notre Dame's going to be in some now. Notre Dame's schedule is not very easy. particularly on Notre Dame standards. It's harder than a typical Notre Dame schedule.
Yeah.
Not an SEC schedule, but it's harder than usually Notre Dame plays.
I do think a lot of 2020 also, with Mac Jones being a finalist, was, and maybe I'm misremembering, but just the way in which Alabama beat everybody that season.
Oh, beat the dog mess.
I mean, beat them like they were not even on the same level.
Yes.
Like,
we're not playing the same sport.
You have to recreate that. And while this team is very good.
No, you're right.
I don't know that they do that this year. I don't know that they're beating everybody by 21 or more.
Mac didn't have his jersey washed, but maybe twice.
Exactly. This team is good.
Ty's going to have his jersey go through the laundry pretty much every week.
Yeah, I think so. So that's going to hurt him a little bit.
That offensive line was insane.
I mean, come on. Like, it was...
Do we want to maul you and let Najee Harris pick a hole, or do we want to just protect Mac and let him just sit back, and bomb it to Devontae? I think that's a huge fact. Okay, so we're talking me out of a tie at 3. So I got to pick a third. Do I take? Is it Kelvin? It's Kelvin Jennings from SMU.
Oh, that's a good one.
At 42 to 1.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, because I mean we're trying to go dark horses to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I like that one. I do like that.
I'm never going with you on Joey Aguilar at 55 to 1. Marcel Reed at 60 to 1. No.
So maybe Salter at Colorado.
Yes, Caden Salter at Colorado 60 to 1. That's a play that I might make. Nico Yamaliava, I don't believe in you either, buddy. And Haynes King, you're not going to get enough love at LSU, or excuse me, at Georgia Tech at 100 to 1. Yeah, I think that would be my third. It's Kelvin, right? Kelvin Jennings.
So.
Nope, Kevin.
Oh, it is Kevin. Look at there.
No L, Kevin.
All right.
I'll take the L. Well, there we go. Heisman Trophy odds are out for Circa Sports. I would love to know who you are gambling on. My man JRB3 says 30 to 1. Ty Simpson, are we? Should I jump in? Like, if you believe in the whole offense, I'm tempted.
I just think for the reason, like I said, I think him getting there would take Alabama stomping everyone into oblivion, undefeated, and I'm not super confident they're getting there.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on today's edition of the Joe Gaither Show on BamaCentral. Keep up with Joe on all his social media pages at Joe Gaither 6. Subscribe, rate, and review the show on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and be sure to read us daily at BamaCentral.com.